Look at this shit. Just absolutely disgusting. Do you know that these people never clean their house? Ever. So we finished our Vernal, I guess it's a flip technically because we closed on it and sold it. We made, I think, $48,000 in change total profits on that deal. Even better than the profits is I got a new office decoration, as you can see, this creepy little doll. I have to put my fingers over and censor this or YouTube will block it. But anyways, I got that cute decoration and it's gonna be perfect because I get to put it side by side with my other creepy decoration. Check out that bad boy. My contractor who does all my flips gave me this little thing. That thing creepy. It's awesome. Anyways, that flip, right? I want to talk to you guys about that property, how it worked, and why driving for dollars. Because this property was in an area that we don't do any driving for dollars. This deal did not come to us through driving for dollars. It's a little less than 90, it's like 87% of all of my deals, all of my money comes from driving for dollars. So this property would have been tagged by driving for dollars. It was in an outskirts city here in Utah. And that is a little bonus tip for you guys out doing driving for dollars. Your outskirting cities, your cities that are kind of out in the middle of nowhere, there is going to be a handful of deals today that they're ready to go because there's not a lot of people doing marketing out there. And if you go out and spend a day or two, you go drive 2-3 hours to some of these outskirting cities, you're gonna be able to tag a bunch of little properties that are complete, obvious, rundown, abandoned, vacant, crappy properties. So as you can see from these videos that we're gonna share as B-roll in this video, you can see that this property was a complete, obvious driving for dollars property. The whole reason I started doing driving for dollars when I started is I was getting deals from other marketing deals and marketing to like tax delinquent and code violations and evictions, and reaching out to see if people wanted to sell. And I noticed that every single property had obvious signs of neglect. So driving for dollars is the best channel because you're gonna find these properties and especially in outskirting cities or on the outskirts of your more metropolitan major cities. So little tip for you guys to implement. So this deal was kind of fun. It was actually in pre-foreclosure. It had lots of indications of a motivated seller. They were in pre-foreclosure. There was a divorce. It was vacant. It was delinquent on taxes. It was completely bad, had code violations. So just about anything you could think of, it had it, right? That's another tip. Deal Machine, the app called Deal Machine that we use, you can what's called list stack. Now in Deal Machine, it's one of the newest updates. You can upload all of the properties that are on your code violation list. All the properties are in delinquent taxes, all the properties that are in default on their mortgage, all the properties that have evictions, divorce, the vacant list, code violations. You can take that list and upload it into your Deal Machine app, and you can then route track yourself to the properties that have 3 or 2 or whatever you want to do, indications that there's motivation. And then as you drive around those neighborhoods, you can then just go door knock those properties. So it's one of the newest updates to Deal Machine. It's so cool. And so I just wanted to explain to you guys that this deal is a perfect example of why Deal Machine and why driving for dollars is so powerful right now, right? Is because there's so many people, yes, that are wanting to do this, but there has never, ever been a better time to get into real estate wholesaling and real estate flipping. Why? Because everyone has equity on their house that's owned it for at least 2 years. Right? So if anyone wants to sell for speed and convenience over price, they're going to be able to do so. So anyways, I hope you guys got a ton of value from the tips that I shared in here. I hope you wrote down some of those notes and you implement some of those action steps that I've given you and some of those free little bonus tips. But anyways, that property, all we really had to do with it was we closed on it because we were keeping it from foreclosure. So we ended up buying it. We put it under contract, took it to the title company and bought it. I didn't realize when we had purchased it that we got a tax, or there was 2 tax IDs. There was a empty lot, buildable lot next to us and the house. We did talk to the neighbor. We got cash offers on the property, the empty vacant lot with the house, and separately. And we ended up listing on the MLS with our real estate agent and got our very best cash offer. I projected that we'd make more than we did, but sometimes it's just how it works. That's why it's so important to make sure you have a big profit margin, just in case it's not as successful as you think it would be. Anyways, it was a great property and it was a great deal, and it really, was a perfect example of why you should really do driving for dollars. That lead, where that lead came from for us, was a radio ad. We're on a couple different radio stations, and so it gets broadcast to all of Utah. So we do get some of these outskirting cities every once in a while that we don't drive in. And, someone went and drove Vernal today, where the deal was from. They could go and probably find a handful of deals just like that, especially if you did the list stacking technique, because the code violations, the tax delinquent, all these lists you can get for free at your city, and go upload them into your Deal Machine app, go drive, knock on the doors with the ones that have physical signs of neglect. Give me basically a free way to find discounted deals. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe and follow us here on this channel for more content just like this. You guys can make an absolute fortune in doing real estate wholesaling, more specifically using driving for dollars to find discounted opportunities. Everyone, thanks so much for joining us. And if you have any interest in looking into my coaching program, I'll leave a link in my show notes to talk to my right hand about how my program works and see if it's something you want to be a part of. Thanks so much. See you later. So Hayden was supposed to come help us do this trash out. We're scrambling. We tried to hire a company down here, and so just recruited a bunch of people, buzzed down here, but Hayden had a bunch of appointments today. So I found him this little treasure at the house. I'm gonna take it and put it on his office desk. Look at that. He'll love it. 1, 2, 3, go. Let's go. Let's go. Jake's the winner. Ready? Dude, I'm gonna freaking break something. Bunch of lightweights.